Okay, we're back. Now, let me tell you what happened in that courtroom. Okay, um, I didn't have a translator there, so my lawyer was going to he's trying to do a cross-examine thing, and he's trying to translate to me, and it really wasn't working too well. Okay, um, Pavel, our friend who is a chess player, domino player actually, who frequentizes the chess club. Well, he's in court, right? And he's the older guy. They're framing him pretty much. And so what we brought to court was the surveillance footage that we had from a camera that we had outside our our chess club. I seen it once before, along with you, Laura, and um, it was poor quality. Okay, it was a poor quality because the lens evidently was had dust on it and
And the sun,
outside, and the
the
sun, the
sun
way it
was
was
shining
shining,
right directly into the lens.
and so it really wasn't really clear, right? And but it was clear enough to vindicate um, Pavel.
Pavel and Jemana,
Yeah.
they saw that they did
So
nothing.
so, but there was something in that tape, that video, that incriminated me. It made me look like I might have hit this guy. There was a part in the video. Let me see if I can get my arm in the picture. Well, it looks like I can't get my.
Come this way.
No, it looks
No?
okay. Okay.
Huh.
Okay, it looked like I was coming down like that. Yeah. Okay, and was like, my lawyer kept saying, "Wow, it looks like you. This looks like you might have hit him."
Because the camera was taking the footage from the back of Eddie, and the Orthodox were on the other side.
Yeah, and so let me grab this paper here. I was pulling on this sign. Okay, the sign was going back and forth. Okay, and there were some times where it was like, we're going like this at times. So in the process, this thing could have gone somewhat way over, and come down like I'm
And they grabbed it and
like
ran
I'm
off
hitting
with
him,
it.
and
Yeah.
all you see is my hand in this video. Well, anyhow, um,
They asked
they
you.
they showed that video. Okay, first of all, every one of these guys, they had about 5 of them. They went up, they got on the stand, and they told this story about like, hey, I knocked the guy down. When he was down, I kicked him. I punched him in the back of his head. I punched him in the back of his neck. You know. Then when the guy who all this supposedly happened to, when he got up on the stand, he says the same thing, right? But he adds more. He says, not only did I knock him down, I dragged him. I dragged him by his fingers across the hard floor, ground and stuff, man. They poured it on. Okay? My lawyer looks at me. Oh yeah, when my lawyer was translating this stuff to me, right? Because their lawyer was like, setting them up, asking them all those questions. Can you tell me in detail what happened? Okay. In the meantime, my lawyer was translating that to me, and after a while, I just couldn't stand hearing those lies. And I said, look, I don't want to hear anymore. And he says, I got to tell you. So he kept telling me, and man, that was hard on me, sitting there watching those guys dressed up like religious rabbis and lying. Every word out of their mouth was a lie. And that was hard for me to endure. Okay. But because it really, it was sad. I mean, it was like watching the disciples or somebody up there lying, man. You know. I mean, they were like religious figures.
Tell them.
Okay, well, anyhow, you know, they're lying on me like this. I looked at Laura at one point, well, about 3 times I told her, I said, you know something, Laura? It's going to take a miracle for me to get, or I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. And then there's one time where like the security guard, he kept coming closer and closer to me, man. This guy's like standing right next to me to make sure I didn't try to run or jump out a window or nothing like that. Looked like I was going to jail. This guy was like biting at the bit, man, ready to slap some handcuffs on me with the wink of the judge from, or something. But anyhow, it looked bad, man. It looked real bad. I needed a miracle. I know all you were out there praying too, right? And I was leaning on that, man. But, and in this situation, I glanced at the window, kind of looked out the window, across the courtroom, and I seen a dove. Okay, now you would think this is, wow, this is a blessing, right? If you've seen a dove, right? And if the dove was descending upon the ledge or something, right? But this dove was flying as fast as it could, it looked like, away from the courthouse, man. And I told Laura that. I said, wow, Laura, I just seen a dove flying away as fast as it could. And so, and I'm thinking, hey, that dove represents peace, and peace is flying away, man, from my situation. So things looked bad, and I needed a miracle, right? But, and I also even thought that, God's a big God, right? And he could make a finger appear and start writing something on the wall there, man, saying, hey, let, Eddie go, my people go, or something. But, well, the lawyer turns to me and he says, I'm going to show the video. And I'm thinking, wow, okay, this is the thing that's going to bury me, So, he goes and he says, I want you to explain that arm movement of yours, what was happening right there. And that's when I think I found out for the first time that the judge and the prosecutor, attorney, and my attorney had seen the video already. They seen it the other day when we were in court. They went into the judge's chamber, and so I get on the stand, and he starts showing the video. Then he says, right here, now explain what this movement was, right? What's that movement? Okay. I looked at the video, right? And just a couple of, I wouldn't even say frames, just a second after the hand thing, you see me fall to the ground. And then you see me trying to get up, struggling to get up. The lawyer seen this video, both lawyers, the judge, no one seen me fall. We seen the video before, and we didn't see me fall in it. What? So you talk about God giving you what to say when the time you need? Oh man, I have a lot to say right then. And all of a sudden, I said, hey, I didn't, look, that's me falling. And I was trying to break my fall. Look. I mean, and I said, there's no tables knocked over. No one else fell, like I said before. No one's getting punched. Hey, the very thing that was geared up to really make me look guilty vindicated me. And I say this is a miracle because, see, I think, me and Laura, we both, we look at God as being supernatural. He's the creator of all things, man. And he can make anything happen, And something strange happened there because No
So
one
the one
seen.
thing that they thought that you were hitting someone else and you were actually breaking your fall and they weren't anywhere near you because they were grabbing a sign and walking off. So, yeah.
Yeah.
This case is not over yet.
Yeah, because now the judge.
Now the prosecutor has to write his story up. He has 30 days to do that and present it to the judge. And then, once our lawyer receives a copy of that, then he has 30 days to respond. And then the judge has 30 days in which to make a decision.
And you know, I said in court, right? I was trying to think of a word like, besides using the word lie, but I didn't want to waste too much of the judge's time, so I used the word lie, and then I thought about fabrication afterwards. But I said, you know, dudes, how many of these dudes do we have to catch in lies? I don't think I said dudes, but you know, caught each one of them in a lie. Lies.
And the judge caught him in lies.
But that
He kept saying
yeah.
to them, your story does not match up with the facts. Would you like to correct your story? And each one of them said no. So they held to their lies.
And the video showed every one of them had the same story, you know, except for the guy who added the dragging part and everything. But no tables fell over, no one else fell, no one got hit.
Yeah.
So, and that's what the video showed.
So-
Amazing. It was amazing. Yeah, I look at it, I'm excited about it. God does supernatural things. And I was in a deficit. Look, you guys were praying for me out there, and I appreciate that. I love that.
Yeah.
And I was up against that kind of situation, and God delivered me. Now, whether they find me guilty and whatever, you know, you know, that's not on you or me. You know what I mean? Whether you know, it would just be on them, between them and God. But I'm, you know, they'd be prosecuting an innocent man on charges of all that stuff. Okay, well, look, I'm gonna wrap this, and thanks for listening. Hope we didn't bore you too much, but this was a lot easier for us to do, I guess, than to try to explain this otherwise. Okay, thank you.